Something's different tonight. I might have sworn that I heard something moving around out here. Some poor little creature drawn to the lights in the windows of the old house in the woods. Something which should know better than to go disturbing a relic of the past. Or someone. And there she is, as I live and breathe. Don't be alarmed, child. I'm not gonna harm you. I'm a gentle soul, honest. Why don't you come out from under there? It isn't proper for such a beautiful young lady to play in the dirt. Especially not under an old house like this one. Far be it from me to tell you what to do, but the sun's only just set, and the creatures that haunt these woods have only just begun to creep out from their homes. Few of them dare approach my old house, but the ones bold enough to do so might pose a threat to any poor soul they find nestled under my floorboards. I wouldn't want to be confined to such tight quarters when they finally come a-hunting. Look, I'm aware that certain rumors have spread among the nearby towns about that old house in the hills. I'm sure that those rumors are what led you to me, just as I'm sure that those rumors are what presently keep you from leaving your little hidey hole. Regardless of their validity, those rumors don't negate the very real dangers you face by staying out here all night. And I hope that you aren't planning to make a break for the nearest town or road as soon as I've gone back inside because, again, these woods are dangerous at night. You wouldn't live to see morning, miss. I assure you. So why don't you come out from under there and come inside? You can ask whatever questions you'd like about what any rumors you've heard. Get a good night's sleep, then be on your way in the morning. How's that sound? Suit yourself, miss. I won't force you. Just a word of warning, though. There's a storm moving this way. I hope you brought something to keep yourself dry. Well, well, well. Look who finally came to her senses. Lasted nearly 3 hours in the mud with the beasts of the night. I must admit, I underestimated you, child. You poor thing. I shouldn't be so smug. Not while you stand there shivering in the rain. Come inside. So, where do you come from, miss? Oh, no need for a look like that, miss. I'm just trying to break the ice. You're a guest in my home, after all. Shouldn't I make some effort to know you better? Besides, it is incumbent upon me to make a good first impression. I have to counter whatever nasty rumors you've heard about me. Such nasty, wicked rumors. Ah, yes, your hometown. Where is that exactly? Oh, well, color me surprised. You certainly have traveled many a mile to make my acquaintance. I'm honored. And how shall I refer to you, my stunning suitor? Your name, dear. What is your name? Oh, that is a lovely name. As for me, Silas Beauchamp, at your service. I spy a flicker of recognition across your delicate features, miss. I take it that you've heard my name before. Ah, yes. Those rumors. Well, it's a family name. I simply inherited it. Those rumors are probably about my father or his father. It's an old family name. And what do your rumors say of poor old Silas Beauchamp? Oh, come now. You've staked your entire expedition on confirming the myths and legends that surround my family in this house. But when I ask what's been said of us, you avert your gaze. Embarrassment and shame burning in your cheeks. Don't play coy with me, child. If you won't speak, then perhaps I should tell you what your rumors say. Do speak up if I'm incorrect about anything, of course. Deep in the swamps and the marshes of this land, where the alligators prowl and the magnolias bloom, there stands a crooked old house on a crooked old hill. No roads lead to it. No boat can reach it. No local can find it. None of them would want to, anyway. Some things the locals would tell you are best left to rot in that deep, dark swamp. But they'll tell you, those locals, that you ought not go near those woods when the skies are clear and the moon is full. They stay in What else do the rumors say? Oh. Oh, they call me handsome now, do they? My, that's certainly an improvement from the old stories. The devil finally gets his due, as it were. Do those rumors hold true, you think? About me being handsome? More silence, more blushing. You're easily flustered, child. It's a very endearing quality. Is any of it true? Well, how can it be? Sounds like an old ghost tale, if you ask me. Just local superstition, nothing more. I haven't seen any handsome, ageless wraiths floating around in these woods, have you? No, that don't sound right to me. In fact, I find it downright unfortunate that the locals focus so much on an old ghost story instead of their actual history. You'll only ever hear of evil old Silas, the ghastly spectre. Never Silas, the man whose bride-to-be was taken from him by his disapproving neighbors. Perhaps the townfolk might engender a bit more variety in their local mythos if they chose to tell both stories, don't you think? Perhaps, at least, the name of dear Eliza should be remembered when the locals speak of the monster Silas Beauchamp. A vampire, really? Child, you've been reading too many novels. There's no such thing. I'm just a man who enjoys his solitude, about whom the locals have concocted a litany of slanderous, spectacular stories. Drop it, girl. You're speaking on subjects about which you know not. Yes, women in town do go missing on the full moon, and yes, they return the next day. Yes, dead. But to make the jump from that to a vampire it's childish, all right. The only real monsters are the ones who live in that town. No, I don't drink blood. I'm not whatever fairy tale monster you've invented in your head. It's getting late. Perhaps you should retire to the guest bedroom instead of pestering me with all this vampire nonsense. Oh, really? You can prove that I'm a vampire. Very funny. Why would you do something like that? Why would you put your finger? Cover that up. Oh no, it's dripping. Please, for your sake and mine, please cover that. I'm begging you. I'll say whatever you want. You want me to be a vampire? Sure, I'm a vampire. Anything you want. Just please. I don't want to. I'm not trying to. Please. You got what you wanted. I'm Silas Beauchamp. Silas the monster. Silas the vampire. Silas, specter of the swamp. Monster of the magnolias. What more do you want from me? No, I don't want to be the way that I am. I don't want to hurt those people. I used to. A long time ago. I wanted justice for my sweet Eliza. But that's gone now. Faded. Just like her portrait up there on the wall. The heat and the swamp have nearly scrubbed her clean. Why do I do it? Because I can't help it. I try to hold out. I try to starve myself. I try to tell myself no, but then the full moon rises, and the hunger overtakes me, and I get to thinking that maybe it'll be different this time. Maybe I'll be able to stop myself from drinking her dry. Maybe she can stay with me. Maybe I won't have to be alone anymore. I never can, though. It always ends the same way. Always on the church steps. Just like Eliza. Why didn't I take you? I'm not sure. Mother always hated having surprise guests for dinner, I suppose. I don't rightly know. And I can see the gears turning in your head. You don't look anything like Eliza before you ask. Complete opposite. In fact, I just saw you under my porch, scared as a kitten, and I just didn't want to. Maybe it's just 'cause there isn't a full moon out tonight. I don't know. Lest we confuse the desire not to consume with the complete inability to do so. This isn't exactly helping my cravings now that I may or may not be feeling. Look, you're playing with fire here. What do you mean I'm not gonna do it? How do you know that? I don't even know that. You want to lay with me? Me? Do you have a death wish, woman? I guess you do, if you were willing to come out here and hide under a monster's porch. Yeah, it's nice. Not being alone. Thank you, miss. Thanks for listening. If you made it all the way to the end of this audio, be sure to leave a comment that says, Southern Hospitality. This has been a production of WhispurrAudio. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. If you're interested in accessing more of our amazing content, including early access to YouTube audios, a private Discord, and exclusive, spicy content you won't find anywhere else, join our WhispurrAudio customer rewards program at patreon.com/WhispurrAudio. Special thanks as always to my Whispurr's dear patrons, Adam, Ferguson, Castiel, Maple, Apples, and Star. Thanks again for being a valued customer of Whispurr.